Hello everyone. In this video we'll practice some programs which are mostly based on strings, and we'll also be using if condition with them. So let's begin. And for all these programs I am going to use PyCharm ID so that side by side you people get familiar with how to use this PyCharm ID for creating different programs. So I have told you how to install and how to set up PyCharm ID for your project. I am working in that previous project only, which I showed in the previous video. So it is always good to keep only one project for different programs, because if you create many projects you will be creating separate virtual environments for all those projects, and it occupies a lot of memory, guys. Okay, so just try to keep one project and all programs inside that project only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this test.py file. You just press delete key and it will ask delete the file, save, delete and all. Yes, okay. Make sure they all are selected and click OK. And now I'm going to create a new file, new Python file. Remember to click this option, okay? And I'm going to type the name as the name of my first program. So I have already created a list of programs that I'm going to demonstrate you in this particular video. So the first program I'm going to make is this one, which is program to convert a given string into uppercase letters. So you guys already know how to convert strings into uppercase letters, but we are giving it a look of a proper program. So I'm going to give this program name as convert upper and press enter key. So this is my program here inside my project. Make sure whenever you create a new program, you are right clicking on your project folder, this folder, not on this venv folder. Okay, so keep it in mind. So we are in our program, and the first thing is to ask a string from user. So let s be the variable, and what is the function you use for asking input? The input function. So enter string. Okay, now whatever string user has entered in this variable s, I want to convert it into uppercase letters, assuming that the user has entered the string in lowercase letters. So s dot upper, you remember this function? I have already explained this to you, but the thing is, if you simply write s dot upper, it is not going to change the original string s. So what you can do is you can write s is equal to s dot upper, which means convert this s into uppercase letters and store the result back to s variable, the original variable. So now s has been converted into uppercase letters, so I can simply print s to see the output. And remember the shortcut key I told you to run the program? It is Control plus Shift plus F10, or you can simply right click here and you can select this option which says run convert upper. Okay, the shortcut key is also written right here. So just click on it and here you can see the program running. Now for some reasons, if you want this output screen to be displayed as a separate screen, okay, so one good setting is you can go to this, you can click on this gear icon here, as you can see, just click it once and go to view mode, and from here you select window option. So as soon as you click that option, this output window is separated from the actual PyCharm IDE. So you can always maximize it. Now it looks much better to me. So let the string be my name, and when you press enter key, it shows my name in all capital letters. So this is one simple program. You can close this output window now So you will come back to your program. So I hope this is clear to you. The second program I'm going to make is program to reverse a string. Okay, let me close this program and I should create a new one for this. So I'll select my project folder again, select new and Python file option again, and this is reverse string. Okay, this is the name I have given. As you can see, I am now in a new program. So to reverse a string, you have to ask the string from user. So enter string again, and whatever string user enters, I have to reverse it. So to reverse this string, there is no direct function, okay, but you can do two things here. Either you can use loop, for loop, which I explained in the previous videos for making this program, or you can simply use string slicing. If you remember, in string slicing video I explained how to use it to reverse a complete string. So what can you do is, you can simply write s is equal to, or this time let me store the output in another variable. For example, let me name it as s1, and I'm going to store the reversed string in s2. So how do you reverse s1? You write s1 here, open the square bracket because I'm using slicing, and if you remember, I had used one slicing there which was colon colon -1. Okay, so this is the easiest way of reversing a string. So I'm using string slicing here to reverse it. So how does it work? Again, it has a syntax start, stop and step. So I have not written anything in start, anything in stop, so it takes nothing by default. Okay, now students often get confused here with range function. So range function, although it looks like same because it too has these three parameters, start, stop, step here, but in string slicing things are little bit different. So don't get confused in slicing and range function, syntax of range function. Okay, so again, no start value, no stop value here, and only the step parameter is written. So by default, the start value taken here is going to depend on the step parameter. So this is what happens in slicing. So the step parameter is a negative value, so automatically the last character of the string will be the start value in this slicing. Okay, and of course the stop value I have not written, so it will take all the characters from the last character till it reaches to the first character, and also the first character is also going to be included. So that is exactly what I want from this slice. So let's see if it works or not. And one more thing guys, -1 means of course two things. First is we are going backwards, and second, we are not skipping any character while going backwards. So that's what it is. So let's see if it works. Let's print s2 and press Ctrl Shift F10. So it is asking me a string. Let me enter python Python, and as you can see, it is reversed. So how the program is working, you are reversing the string by using slicing, and you are storing the reversed string in variable s2. Is there any effect of this on the original string s1? The answer is no, because you are not changing the original string here. You are storing the reversed string in another variable s2. So if you want to change the original string, you can always write s1 here. S1 is equal to s1 and the slice, and then of course you can print s1 here. So again, Python, press enter, it still works. Okay, so it is up to you if you want to use the original string, or if you want to use another variable, you can use it for your as per your wish. So I hope the second program is also clear to you. The third program is to check whether a given string is a palindrome string or not. Now You might not be familiar with this term called as palindrome, but it is very easy to understand. Palindrome string is a string, whose reversed form is also same as the original form. Okay, for example, if you write, let me open another window here. So for example, if you write a word madam, okay, so if you reverse this string, you will again get madam. Okay, so you can say on this basis that this string is a palindrome string. So we are making this program only which checks whether the entered string is actually a palindrome string or not. So let's do it. Let me close this window and come back here. So I'm going to create another new file here. So right click on the project, new, and Python file, and I'm giving it a name as palindrome. Press enter, you come here and you're ready to write a new program. So it is that convenient in PyCharm, that's why I prefer using this ID rather than using idle. So let's enter a string again. So s is equal to input, enter a string, and I want to check whether it is a palindrome string or not. So the logic of checking a string whether it is a palindrome string or not is, let me show it again here. Suppose I have stored madam, which is indeed a palindrome string. So how does the system check it? It has to be reversed. Okay, so whatever string you enter, it should be reversed, and then the reversed string should be checked with the original string. So if both the strings are same, then you can display a message that yes, the string is a palindrome string, and if it is not same, then it is not a palindrome string. So the meaning of saying all this is that in this particular program you need to put a condition. Okay, and to put a condition, you know what you have to do? You have to use if statement here. So let's write the code. So to write the code, let me call it S1 again, and what I have to do is I have to reverse it. So for reversing it, I have to use a different variable here. You know why? If you use S1 here, you will no longer have the original string. So how do you compare in that case? Okay, so let there be a variable S2 which stores the reversed form of S1. So how do you reverse it? You just write S1 square bracket colon colon minus 1. Okay, again it is slicing which is used here, and the reverse string is stored in S2. So that's it. You can compare these two strings now. So how do you compare? If, I hope you remember the syntax of if condition. Okay, so right after if, you write the condition. So what is the condition here? If S1 equals S2 and the colon sign. So this equal to sign, if you remember, is called as comparison operator, and that's exactly what we are doing here. We are comparing S1 with S2, and if this condition is true, that means that the string is a palindrome string. So what do you print here? Palindrome string. Fine. And else, which is also called as otherwise. Okay, so otherwise print not a palindrome string. And of course this line must be indented, this line must also be indented, so that they are treated inside this if condition, and this line is treated inside this else part. Okay, so all these things I have already explained in the if else statement video, so just remember. and now you can run the program. So press Ctrl Shift F10. It is asking me a string, so let it be a palindrome string. So MADAM is what I have entered. You press enter key, it says palindrome string, so it is working in this case. One more time I am running it. Let's enter ABCBA. Okay, so this is also a palindrome string, so it says it's a palindrome string. Correct output. Again I am running it, and let's enter Python this time. It says not a palindrome string. So this is working absolutely fine. So I hope the logic explained here is clear to you. Okay, so the next program I'm going to take here is program to store a string, and then how many times the letter A has appeared in it. So that's what we have to check. So I hope the question is clear to you. So I have to store a string, and then I have to check whether, I have to check how many times this letter A is present in it. So for example, if I have written my name, I have entered my name, so the letter A is appearing how many times here? 2 times. So the output should be 2 times. Okay, and if I use double A in my name, for example, so you have 3 A's here. 3 times A is appearing here, so the output in this case should be 3 times. So this is what the question is. So let's do it. Let's create a new file again. Right click on the project, new Python file, and give it a name as count letter. Okay, always have a habit of giving proper meaningful names to your programs. It will help you, when you have many programs in the project, it will help you understand or help you find the appropriate program you are looking for. Okay, so we are in this file now, so you can start your code now. So let there be a string which is going to be entered by user. So input, enter a string. And guys, so far whatever input function I have used in the programs, you must have seen I have not used int function before it. Okay, I have not typecast it because I'm not dealing in numbers right now. Okay, an input function by default gives string type of value only, so I don't need any conversion here. So keep all those basic things in mind while you are typing the code. So I have stored the string in variable s now. Now I have to count the presence of letter A in this string. So if you have checked out my previous videos, I have mentioned a function called as count. Okay, so that function should serve our purpose here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another variable n is equal to, and in this variable I'm going to store the result of s dot count. And what are you counting? The letter A. So remember, count is an object specific function, and the object in this case is s. So you have to write count function as s dot count. Okay, s dot count, object name dot function name. Those type of functions are called object specific function. So we have stored the result in variable n, and now our program is complete. You just have to print n on screen. You should get the output. So let me run the program. So let this string be Python, or let it be my name only. Press enter. So as you can see, it says 2, which is absolutely correct. Now the output here, the way you are showing output is not appropriate, because the output should be absolutely clear to the user of your system. So in this case, like you are printing 2, so 2 is what? Okay, so it should be properly formatted. So that is the recommendation. So to format the output, print function provides you the facility of writing a message like letter A. What if I want to use apostrophes here? Okay, letter A is present. How many times? We'll see for that. First of all, you remember you cannot have single quotes inside single quotes, okay, or you cannot have double quotes inside double quotes, but you can have single quotes inside double quotes, or you can have double quotes inside single quotes. So that is what we have already seen. So I am going to use a double quotation mark and I am going to close it with double quotation mark, and inside it I can have single quotes now. So this is the message I want to print as it is on the screen. So letter A is present. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a comma sign after closing this quotation mark. Okay, so I put a comma sign, and then here you can write the message. Here you can write the variable name n, and then again a comma sign, and again inside double quotation mark or single quotation mark you can write times. Okay, so try to understand this formatting. Whatever you have written inside double quotes will be printed as it is. So this part of message is letter A is present. Then the value of n is going to be printed. So if it is 2, then letter A is present 2, and then again this portion is written in double quotes. That means it will be printed as it is. So the letter A is present 2 times. So this is how the output will look like when you run the program. Okay, so and again as far as the space is concerned, when you put comma sign, Python will automatically apply space while printing multiple things with print statement. So I hope this is clear to you. Let's run the program. So enter a string. I enter my name, press enter, and you can see letter A is present 2 times. Going back, running it again. A book is kept on the table. So this complete string, this complete sentence is actually a string, and you remember spaces are also part of the string. So this whole thing will be stored in variable s1, and you can see letter A is present 2 times again. So is it 2 times? Let's see, 1 here and 1 here. So this output is absolutely correct. So I hope this program is clear to you, and the logic in these programs is also clear to you. The remaining programs which I have written here, I will take in the next lecture. So that's it for this video. If you have liked the content, do comment, like and share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.